bone the extremities. Framework for upper motion members. The upper limb framework is associated with the body frame by means of the shoulder band consisting of the scapula and clavicle. The bones that form the skeleton of the arm include shoulder, strap or scapula and clavicle, humerus, ulna and radius, carpalia, metacarpalia and palagus. Shoulder bracelet. A shoulder bracelet is a joint that connects the arm to the body. This wrist has an imperfect joint bolt because the back is open. This section is formed by two bones, namely the scapula and the clavicle.
Bone extremity parts. These parts will be explained parts of the upper extremities. The upper extremity section consists of 1. Scapula, 2. Clavicle bones, 3. Humerus bones, 4. Ulna bones, 5. Radius bones, 6. Carpal bones that consist of metacarpal and phalanx. Scapula. The scapula or shoulder blade is located on the upper back, having ribs 1 to 8, almost triangular in shape. On the top it has a part called the spina scapula. Next to the lower underside spine of the scapula is a hollow plane called the suprascapular fossa and the infrascapular fossa. The tip of the spinal scapula on the shoulder forms a process called an acromion and is associated with the clavicle with joint mediators. Below the medial of the acromion is a piece resembling the back of the crow called the choroidal process. Underneath there is a groove where the joint head is called the glenoid cavity.
Two. Clavicle. The clavicle is a short bone that forms the anterior part of the shoulder band. For all, the inspection need at the top of the stem and two ends. The medial end is called sternal extremity and makes the joint with the sternum. The lateral end is called acromial extremity, which is joined at the acromial process of the scapula. The function of the cavity is that it connects several muscles of the neck and shoulder and thus works as a firm supporter. 3. Humerus. The humerus, or base of the arm, has long bones like sticks. Parts that have a connection with the shoulders are round and form a head joint called humeral head. In this humeral head there are protuberance called major and minor tubercles. Underneath the humeral head is a curve called the humeral cone. At the bottom there is a taju, or capitulum, lateral epicondyle and medial epicondyle. In addition, it also has a curve called the cornoid fossa, or the front, and the oblique fossa, or the back.
4. Ulna. Ulna is a pipe bone that has a stem and two ends. The ulna is the medial bone of the forearm and is longer than the radius. Ulna head is on the lower end. In the proximal region, the ulna articulates with the humerus throat, the olecranon fossa or posteriorly, and through the coronoid process or with the trachea in the humerus. This articulation is in the form of a hinge joint, allowing flexion, extension, and motion. Ulna also articulates with the radial on the lateral side. The ulna rearticulates with the radial tree. There is also a process called the styloid process.
5. Radius. Radius is the lateral bone of the forearm. It is a pipe bone with a stem and two ends and is shorter than the ulna.
In the proximal region, the radius articulate with the ulna, making pronation supination possible. Whereas in the distal area, there are styloid processor and areas for attachment of carpal bones, including scapuloid bones and lunate bones. 6. Carpal. The carpal bones consist of 8 short bones that articulate with the distal ulna tip and radius, and with the proximal end of the metacarpal bone. Between the carpal bones, there are sliding joints. The 8 bones are scapuloid, lunate, tricuspid, piriformis, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate.
First, metacarpal consists of 5 bones found in the wrist, and the proximal part articulates with the distal portion of the carpal bone. Joint produced by carpal and metacarpal bone make the hands very flexible. In the thumb, the saddle joint that lies between the carpal and metacarpal bone allow the thumb to make movements such as crossing the palm of the hand and allow clamping or grasping something. Specifically, in the metacarpal bone, finger 1 or thumb and 2 grasping something, or index finger have sesamoid bone. Second, phalanx is also a long bone, has a stem and 2 ends. The trunk ring toward the distal end. There are 14 phalanges, 3 in each finger and 2 in the thumb. The hand joint formed between the bones of the phalanges make hand movement become more flexible, especially for grasping something.